Hi, this is Donna Merrill from DonnaMerrillTribe.com. And today I want to talk about procrastination. Procrastination and why do we do it? Okay, so I am going to tap my little screen and see me. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Here I am. Okay, here I am. I was getting this weird thing, so I started with the little picture of my blog. Anyway, there's many reasons why we procrastinate, and I don't want to address that issue because I see a lot of my friends and a lot of my clients like procrastinating, and we just can't do it. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. Hearts, hearts, hearts. Love, love, love. Thank you, thank you. So let's think of why people procrastinate. The number one thing is fear of failure. That stops people right in their tracks. People get like, oh my God, I'm gonna fail. I'm gonna fail. I can't do this. I'm so afraid I'm gonna fail. So ask yourself why you have that fear. Is it embedded in some kind of thing in your head, where people told you, maybe a parent, a teacher, you got bullied, whatever it is. They told you, like, you're gonna fail, so you have that little thing in your mind, like, I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna fail. So you have to deal with that, okay? Don't be afraid to fail. I like to use the term failing forward. So this is why I wanted to address the whole procrastination thing. I fail over and over and over again. Did you ever put up a product and have to tweak the squeeze page a million times, or do whatever? You can't just give up. You can't just say, okay, I failed at this. I'm on the next thing. Okay, that is gonna just lead you to like nowhere. Okay, so if you want to get somewhere in your business or even in your life, you really really need to be able to not have that fear of failure. I mean, what's going to happen? Are you going to die? I mean, come on, you're not going to die. But, just keep going on. I'm on here in Periscope. I'm brand spanking new. I don't know what I'm doing so far. I'm trying. Yeah, this could fail, but that's okay because I'm jumping in the pool instead of tiptoeing in. Okay? So fear of failure is one of the reasons why people procrastinate, put things off. The other one is distraction of time. So I've met people that say, I'm gonna blog, I'm gonna do a YouTube video, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And what happens is they're on Facebook, they're reading a book, they're going out, they're playing with their dog, whatever it is, but they're gonna do it, and that gonna never comes, okay? When you hear that word gonna in your head, or you say it, international no symbol please, and don't say I'm gonna do it. Just roll up your sleeves, do it. Get things done. If you don't get things done, if you don't try, so what? If you screw up, it's okay. If you ask anyone that has been highly successful, they will tell you the truth. And they will tell you that, hey, I've failed many times. So again, failing forward, okay? The next one, fear of success. And I ask people, why do you procrastinate? And they tell me, I'm afraid I'm going to succeed. So what happens, okay, when we are afraid to succeed? It's very interesting because then everybody, you're going into new territory. You're succeeding at something. You may be a great blogger, you may be a great marketer, you may be a great teacher, whatever you're trying to do, and you're procrastinating because you're afraid of that success. Okay, so what does that mean? It means, can I have some hearts? Can I have some hearts? If you're on there, thank you. But what does it mean? Okay, fear of success. It's I'm going to be a different person now. I'm going to be a different person. My friends are not going to like me. My family's going to think this, and that. And I've seen it happen over and over again with people who have stepped out of their box and have, went to, they stopped procrastinating and they became very, very successful or a little bit successful. They're on their way, and everybody kind of scoffs at them and says, "Oh, what are you doing? How come you're doing this? How come you're not doing that?" And it's sort of, and I see, especially in the family dynamics and close friends, It's a reflection to them, okay? So understand, if you have a fear of success, okay, and you're stepping out of your box and you're making yourself better in any way, any kind of thing in your life, whether it is self-improvement or whether it is your business, whatever it is, people are gonna get really, angry at you. And it's very weird, but it happens all the time. Your family's gonna say, "Who do you think you are?" But see, you're becoming a mirror to them. Just think of this. You're becoming a mirror. If you try hard and you're successful at whatever goal you're reaching this point in your life today, okay, and you're procrastinating because you're afraid. I'm afraid of succeeding at this. You know why. Deep down inside, you do know why. Because you're going to change. You're going to change as a person, okay? I know when I was changing years back on my self-improvement and stuff, I lost a lot of friends. Family thought I was nuts. But then I realized I was a mirror for what they needed to do. They needed to get out of their box. They needed to, help themselves in whatever way they needed to help themselves. So you can't listen to them. I had a client the other day that was complaining about this and saying, I don't know, since I went to therapy and since I'm doing this and that, and I, my life is so great. I lost my friends. My mother's mad at me, and I told her, hey, that just comes with growth. It comes with growth. Eventually, maybe they'll come back to you or not. It all depends. So you have to understand, if you have that fear of success, you may lose your identity. Okay, and I know that people, it sounds crazy. Fear of success. I mean, like, why should I be afraid to succeed? Why? But you lose your identity, and you do. You will lose your old identity. But guess what, guys? It's part of growth. So please do not procrastinate because you're afraid of that. And last point, I wrote some notes down here. Last point is really amazing. Excessive perfectionism. I have met so many people that I've encountered, and they say, I can't do this yet. I have to know everything there is about it before I do this and that. And that's not going to get you anywhere. For example, take a blogger, okay? They're new to blogging, I'm talking to them, teaching them what to do, whatever. And they say, I'm afraid to write that first post. Why? Because I don't know everything about it. I said, well, what do you know? What do you know, in your niche? And say it's a dog trainer. Oh, well, I know. And they start telling me a bazillion things that they know, and I'm like, God, I got an ebook here, So I tell them, write one thing, make it simple. Write one thing that you can do on your blog that you can help others, okay, in your niche. And, and they procrastinate because they want it to be perfect. They go over the grammar and the spelling, and yeah, you got to do that. But they get all frustrated within themselves because I need to know everything. That's procrastination. So these are just a few points I wanted to bring up about procrastination and why it is like a killer in your life, in your business, okay? So when or if you find yourself procrastinating and saying, oh, I'll do that later, there's some kind of reason in your head why, you're doing this. I like to, use the term eat the frog, do the most difficult task first in the day. And I used to procrastinate myself, in a way in my business and say, okay, I gotta get this together. And it looked so huge and big that it scared me so much. Like, how can I do all this? Okay, how can I do it? You ever hear that term, how to eat an elephant, one bite at a time? So what I did was get up my good old whiteboard, put my goal over here and figured out all the baby steps I needed to take it. Then I put that on a timeline and time management, whatever. But point being, this is help you to stop procrastinating. Because if I was still procrastinating, I wouldn't have done all I've done right now, especially my online business. I wouldn't have created products. I wouldn't have been able to help people. So, you're really not only doing yourself a disservice, but you're also doing a disservice to others if you're procrastinating. So you have to own it, okay? You have to own it
And you have to say, okay, if I'm procrastinating on this, this is my responsibility because I have the knowledge. I don't have all the knowledge in the world. No one does. But I have the knowledge to, write a blog or get out there on YouTube or Periscope or whatever and teach someone one little thing. Don't overload people because then you get like, whoa, can't do this. I like to keep things simple. And I find that if I keep, like, say, a blog post, I keep it very simple. I don't make it, too complicated. I mean, that I could do a course with if someone's interested. But people say, hey, I took that away and I applied it. I did a blog. My latest blog post was about my journey in Periscope. And I was honest. I did my first goofy Periscope thing. I didn't know what I was doing. I was walking, saying hi. Everything was all blurred. But I was showing my friends and followers, hey, you can do this too. Come on the journey. And they're still coming on the journey with me because I post this up on Facebook and on my list. And to show them that I can do this, so can you. Okay? I don't have all the knowledge about Periscope. I don't. I'm new at this. But I'm here doing it. And yeah, I could procrastinate about this. But what I did instead, and I found it really interesting, was that I downloaded it to YouTube. I put a YouTube card on it that attached to an old blog of mine, and I had some visitors already in 2-3 days. So things are starting to work. If I had procrastinated and said, oh, let me learn everything about Periscope, where to put the camera, what to do. I have my camera on my laptop right now as a holder because my holder is in the mail. So, you got to jump in the pool, my friends. And I hope this helps. And, just think about what you're doing when you're procrastinating. Think about why you're procrastinating. Fear of failure, fear of success, too overwhelming. So there's many ways to crack it and get ahead. Because, again, you're not doing a disservice to only you, but you're doing a disservice to others. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you on my next scope.